Hello traders around the world, welcome back to another video. Today is Sunday, the 23rd of February 2020 and today is my sister's birthday, so happy birthday to my younger sister. Let's carry on. This is a recap of what happened during the week, and then I'll follow it up with a very short forecast, because I'm not doing much this week after last week's big rallies. Okay, so without spending too much time, let's start with the pound yen. Okay, so the pound yen, I left the levels there for a reason. When I did the review on Wednesday, I said that I was worried about the euro pound, but it proved itself right, and it did indeed push this pair to its target, which was 1 and 2. So we did hit the first target, which is very nice to see. Okay, very nice. Admittedly, I wanted it to come here, which is still not out of the cards. I'll see Monday, Tuesday how we trade, because my bias on this has changed, and I'll definitely want to see what happens. But I'm not actually looking at this pair this week, but if I do see anything, I will post it on here as a trade idea. So for this, we did hit the target, and if I drop down to the 1 hour, see how many pips from Monday. Let's put this weekly separator. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, we drop down into that level, and then ultimately running higher. So even if you catch from here to there, that's about 204 pips. That's not bad. Okay, so that's it for that one. This is the Aussie yen. Again, Aussie yen dropped down Monday, Tuesday. We didn't quite get to the first target that I wanted it to, simply because the Aussie over the week was a bit weak, so it couldn't push this to the first target. However, we were able to clear this high here, which to me was enough, and I took some profit there. My entry was right here. Okay, I couldn't catch this low, I caught it from here, so I was long from this level all the way up 83 pips, and when it started retracing, I still believed that we were going to go higher, so I didn't do anything, and we pushed high. We failed to make a high, which was a problem. Okay, if it fails to make a high, then it's a problem. Therefore, I took some profit here. Why? Because if this fails to make a high, this will not go and make a high. So I took some profit here, which is not bad. Going forward, what is this pair gonna do? Honestly, for now, I'll be on the sideline and watch it. I want to see how we trade on Monday and Tuesday, but I still have this in the cards. I still have this level in the cards. I'll see how we trade Monday and Tuesday, because I can see on this particular time frame we've made a higher high, okay, and it's gone back for retracement. Yeah, it's gone back for retracement into a demand zone in here. So likelihood of price going back on this time frame is there. Okay, so I wouldn't rule out price. Well, I'm not going to say price is going to go down here. No, I think we will have another push higher. If not, we will stay in a consolidation, something like this. If we fail to make a higher high by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then we will stay in a consolidation and then ultimately dropping. Because if it fails to go higher when all the yen pairs are rallying, okay, it means that this one is weak and it cannot rally, so ultimately it's going to drop, right? So if we fail to make a higher high by Wednesday, then we will stay in a consolidation, this area here, and then it's going to drop. That's it for that one. Let's go on to CAD yen. So CAD yen outperformed what I planned it for, or I planned it to do. These were the levels I was watching for profit targets, and it did just blow through it. I was not expecting this. I was expecting that and that, but it did go all the way up, and that's good. Sometimes that's what you need, price to go more than what you expected it to do. Okay, so I personally didn't trade this because I didn't get an entry on the 4 hour. However, on the 1 hour I did give an entry, which I could have taken it, but I wanted the 4 hour to give me the entry. The 1 hour entry was right here, that should have been my entry. Okay, after we went above this high, after we closed above this high for this supply, after we closed above this supply, okay, and then a retest to the demand, and then off we go. But once I saw this going up, I was like, okay, how do I get in? I could have got in, but obviously I had too many trades on. I had the pound yen, Aussie yen, dollar yen, dollar Swiss, CAD Swiss. I waited to get an entry for this one, but it didn't give me, because I'll show you when you go there. Okay, so that's it for that one. What we're going to do now, let's see. I think we will continue on going high, but I would like to see how we trade Monday, Tuesday. The reason being, usually, okay, when you have such a huge rally like that, and mostly if you go onto your charts, the history will tell you a lot of stuff. So for those out there that don't look at your chart history, or go back and look at what has done in the past, you should really go back and have a look, because history repeats itself, and those who move the market, if they do move it the way they do, they're gonna repeat what they do all the time. They ain't gonna change it because they make money, so chances are they're gonna do the same thing over and over again. So if you look here, okay, we had a really hard drop, okay, like 3 days of hard drop, and then all of a sudden we changed direction and then we went up. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. We went very hard, aggressively up, okay, and then we stopped. We didn't continue, we came back down. That's problematic. If this is to continue going higher, after taking out this high, it shouldn't come back in, it should stay up there and continue the strength. However, it's come back in inside this high. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, I'll watch and see how we trade Monday, Tuesday. If we do get to come back above this high again, okay, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if we do come above this high, then we will be going higher. Yeah, if we are able to come above this high again, which is close above it, then this will be a demand zone, because they have bought more here. If they don't come above this high and they continue going lower, then this is gonna drop all the way back down to here. So let's have a look right back down here where this initial move started. So if they fail to go above this high, then attention goes back down here, because it's gonna come all the way back down. If they do go above it, then my attention goes above this equal high. Okay, so that's the trade idea, if you want to call it. So a move above this high will take us here, a move below will take us back down here. Okay, that's simple. So wait and see what happens Monday, Tuesday. So Monday, if we have another down candle, then it's a short to come here. Monday, Tuesday, if we have a close above here, then it's a long to go up there. Oh dear. That was where I was looking for entry. Price didn't even come near it. Now I had someone asked me, okay, we should come back down here before price going up, and I was thinking it's not necessary for price to, or I was telling them it's not necessary for price to come here. Why? Because if you look at what has been placed, okay, they have pushed price. And when I say they, I mean those who move the market. Okay, they've pushed price all the way up here with lots of money. Is it necessary for them to bring it back down here before pushing it up, or is necessary to just stay here and probably just down there, because that was a demand zone, and then push it higher? Okay, this is what is necessary, because what is happening here is basically lots of people trying to sell it. And what is the reason why they are trying to sell it? There could be a lot of reasons, but the number one is the Fibonacci traders. Okay, the Fibonacci traders will be trying to short this 68. They attempted to sell it and it goes against them. The 79 or 78.6, that's where they had a bit of joy and it gave them, okay, and ultimately boom. So if you're a Fibonacci trader, you have to understand when to use it and when not to use it, and these instances is when not to use it, and they did punish them. Right, so if you a Fibonacci trader and you don't understand when to use it, and you don't have good money management, you don't have a stop loss, this will really hurt you really bad. Okay, so we did get to the first target, the second target, and ultimately that's it. This was the objective, but I was looking just for that. Okay, I was looking from here to there, but boy, it did run up. I expected this, simply being the yen was weak and the dollar was strong, so I expected such move this week. Now this one is something I didn't expect. Okay, I didn't expect this. I expected what the yen did, the pound yen did, for the Swiss, the pound Swiss to do the same thing, but it did the opposite, which means that this pair, the Swiss against the pound, is the Swiss is very strong against the pound, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, just it didn't give me the rally. It means that the Swiss is stronger than the pound. So going forward, we see how we trade Monday, Tuesday. I mean, this means that the pound is weak. However, looking where we've retraced to, okay, it can cause some push higher. With that said, this week I am not looking at this because this did the opposite of what I expected. So what I was expecting was for price to push higher into this and that, and then dropping. That was the idea. Okay, the fact that we dropped has completely put what I expected it to do to the back of the line, where I'm no longer looking at this pair because I wanted it to rally before dropping, but it has dropped. So now the question is, does it rally again before dropping, or does it continue to drop? And I don't want to have that situation this week. So this week this pair is on the sideline. When will I engage? If we take out this low, okay, let's drop down. If we take out this equal low here, equal lows here, all right, if we take out those equal lows here, I'll be looking for a potential short into this area. It's not a lot of pips, however it could be a day trade. So if we do get below this here, then below these equal lows, I'll probably expect it to give a bounce back up, and then with that bounce go short to come here. Okay, if we do get the rally, then I'll wait for confirmation to see if we want to come back down. Yeah, so I don't want to have this situation going on to Monday expecting it to do either this or that. So this pair is on the sideline, I'm just watching it. Okay, going to the next one. Okay, and already I'm taking too long with the video, so I'm gonna be quick. As I said last week, if we come above this equal high, it's gonna give some reaction or some retracement. It's gonna cause some retracement. When I was doing the analysis, I said that maybe we'll go here, retrace, and then go higher. However, Monday we went down first, Monday, Tuesday went down first, and then went above this. When that happens, it's gonna cause some retracement. If we did get a push higher first, then the retracement would have been capped here, but the fact that we went down, went up, that's problematic, and that's what we see here, the reaction. Do I still believe this is gonna go higher? Yes, because the daily has not changed its direction yet, so it's still good for price to go down. This is just, I think, profit taking on the parts of the institutions. So they've taken some profit for the market to relax and then pick up another steam. So how do I look at it for next week? I think probably they might, I'm looking at this level, that's why I've got that line there. I'm looking at how we trade there Monday, Tuesday. If I do get a shift in the market on the lower time frame, i.e. the 1 hour, okay, if I do get a drop and then we come up above this supply zone here, then I'll wait for retest and then a continuation to the upside. That's what I'll be looking at, okay? And that's the only time I'll engage. If not, then I'll just keep watching, because we might also try, it's not necessary, but we might also try to come back here. But it's not necessary for it to do that, but it can. Okay, so we can come back down here before the rally, but I'm not seeing that because of this area, right? That's why I've got that level there. I'm watching it. If we do get a change in market direction on the lower time frame, then I'll continue to pursue this. All right, so that's it for that one. Let's go back to this. On last week I said I was looking at that level. If we do on the 4-hour, if we do get the retracement above here, yeah, if we do get that retracement here, that will be the level I'll be interested in. And yes, it did get there, and then boom, to take out this high. Once we took out that high, price retraced. Am I still long on for my buyers? Yes. I think this is just profit taking. Okay, they've been long from down here, all long, so they've taken some profit for the market to breathe, and then a continuation up. So am I going to trade this next week? Yes. How? I'll wait for them to trade above this high. Let's remove all drawing. I'll wait for them to trade above this high. So on the lower time frame, it will look like something like this. I'd like them for them to come above this high. If they do, okay, if they do that, then all eyes comes back up to the original take profit, which is there. If they come above this high, my eyes go straight there, because once they break this high, it means that they want to continue on going higher. So then I'll find an entry to continue going higher. If they don't, then I'll stay on the sidelines to see how far they're gonna take it down before resuming going up. Okay, so I think that will be it for this, and that will be it for the review. It's a very long one with a few forecasts in them. So if you didn't catch what I said, just go back to the video and watch what I said again. All right, so let's jump on to this week's analysis for what I'm expecting. Okay, with the pound, I wanted price to come here to clean these equal highs and then come here before this drop happened. we didn't get that. Again, this dropped, which is a sign of weakness in the side of the pound. Okay, we did get a push higher, and then we are now seeing some sort of reaction. After going below this low, all eyes goes down to these levels. Okay, just like I was saying on the pound Swiss, if we go below those equal lows, then our eyes goes into that area I showed. Same thing here. Okay, I think this pair is weak and it's heavy, very heavy consolidation. I think we have broken okay, so if this is the consolidation, you can see that the consolidation is always pushing down. Okay, it's pushing down. Anytime we go high, we drop, we go high, we drop, we go high, we drop, we go high, we drop. It's not making high highs. So for the trend traders, I don't trade with the trend, but for the trend traders, that's how they view it. It's not making high highs. Okay, which is a sign of weakness, and it's very, very heavy. So when I say heavy, there's a lot of selling pressure on this, and it's gonna cause this to drop aggressively. Okay, so going into this week, I'm actually short already. So going into this week, that was the level I'm looking at for potential short to the downside, with a stop here. Okay, if we do come above here, then it's no good. We're gonna go higher. So for now, it is good because we are down here. But if we do have a trade above this high, then this short is not relevant anymore. We're gonna go higher. Okay, but I don't see that. It can happen. I don't see that. So my eyes goes right down here. Okay, this consolidation. I want to see, we've been in there once, twice, and a third time in this consolidation. So I want to see price now break through it. Right, so that's the level I'm watching, these two levels. And then I wouldn't rule out this, because just like the Cardian overshot my level, so it can do this on this pair and shoot all the way down here, which would be very, very good. Okay, if we do get that, brilliant. If we don't, then these are the two levels I'm watching. And if you go back, when I was expecting the pound to drop, I think from the 7th, okay, when we first broke out from this tiny consolidation, these were the levels I was watching for price to come to, but I failed to do that and gave a rally. So the drop you're about to see is what I expected here. Okay, and like I said in one of their videos, probably they pushed price up to scare all those short and then drop it. So probably that's what we're gonna see this week, a very bad decline on this. So without saying much, look for this and that with a stop above here. For the for the pound cards, let's have a look. I think I did it on my other. Oh, I didn't analyze this. Okay, let's go back on there. Let's do it right here. So I think I did analyze it, but for some reason it's not showing me. So let's clear my paper trading. Remove trading, show execution. Okay, I don't want to see those wicks. Right, it's similar to the pound. However, I wanted to see price climb a little bit above the 50%. Okay, when you use a Fibonacci now is good, but if you use it when the dollar yen was rallying, that's a bad idea. So here I wanted to see a little bit push higher into the 61. That's what I wanted to see price go up to, and then a drop. Okay, I'm not ruling that out because it's Sunday. When the market open, it can do anything, right? So Monday, Tuesday, I want to see if we can push higher. If we don't, then this should just roll over, and we have a consolidation here. So I will expect to see price come below this low, and then on the daily, in future I'm going to teach something, not now but future. I would like to see price come back down here to this demand zone. And someone might ask, really that far? Yes, that far. And I'll show you why I'm expecting this to drop that far. Okay, when all the other pairs or the pound pairs were pushing higher, this was not doing anything. So this is way heavier than the pound dollar. Okay, the reason being, if you look closely, okay, when the pound, all the other pound pairs were moving higher, this was just staying here. So this is heavier than the other one, so this can drop really bad than the other ones. Okay, and then I'll show you the example. Okay, sorry for that. If you heard a noise, that was a knock at the door. So I have two sisters. I had a knock at the door because someone bought something and it had to be delivered. So that was the postman. Okay, that was the postman, and it's a gift for my bigger sister. Okay, the younger one bought something for the bigger one. Right, let's head back to the analysis. Yeah, I'm looking for price to drop here, and I said I was going to show you the example. Sorry for the distraction. So this is what I'm expecting the pound CAD to do, something like this. Yeah, so if it does do that, then you can see how far this is gonna go. Okay, probably further than that. Yeah, so if we start seeing a big one down candle, don't try to go long because you'll be hurting yourself. Right, so if you see Monday or Tuesday, when they give a large down candle, then the rest of the week just go short, and then for the following week just go short, because this pair dropped. Okay, this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, and then that's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, and then that's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So it dropped for 2 weeks consecutively, and then on the third week it dropped for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday gave some kind of pushback higher. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting this to do. I'm expecting this to drop for 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, if we have a drop and they are large candles, probably go beyond that. If they are relatively small candles, then this would be the target. Okay, and that's it for that. With that said, this is the pair I'm watching if everything is going to happen on the pairs that I've mentioned so far. For the 2 pairs, I'm watching this high. Okay, and I'm waiting for price to trade above it. Why? Because we were dropping, okay, dropping. And this is the first push higher, okay, and we've made a low. If this doesn't continue going down, which I don't think it will, it should break above this high, and once we do, this is very bullish. Okay, it's very bullish, and we are going to see a push higher like I was expecting back here. Okay, I was expecting that to happen here, but they did drive it down first, and like I said, if they want to go higher, they will drive it down first. So the fact they've driven it down first and then push higher and lower, and if it doesn't go lower, and if it doesn't go lower and it makes a high, this is a point where you go in here and start selling, and go in here and start selling. But because of my experience, I know, or because of my experience, I've already positioned myself for that. Okay, because of my experience, I've already positioned myself for that, because that's what I expect. If it doesn't happen, no problem, but that's what I expect. So right now, this is positioned in a way to go higher. It's not positioned to go lower, and these are also positioned to go lower. Okay, so I don't want to say much on this, so watch this pair and see how we're gonna trade. It can, let's go back here, remove drawing. Okay, it can push back down to this level, okay, which is all that I'm allowing. Okay, it can push down to this level, take out this short-term low, which I don't want to go down to any lower time frame. Some people have already positioned themselves long, okay, which I want them to take them out. What do I mean take them out? I mean their stop loss will be definitely here, so take them out and then go higher. That's what I would do. Okay, and that's it. So we see how we trade Monday, Tuesday, but as I said, I've already positioned myself on these 2 pairs, and that's the only 2 pairs I'm looking at this week with this. Alright, the other ones I'll be watching, but I'm paying close attention to this. If I'm going to risk anything in the market this week, this will be where my risk will be. Plus I already have other trades running, so I don't want to add like really lots of trades on. So this and that, and that's it. This is just a watch and see if it will give me the confirmation, because if this is going higher, it means that the British pound is weak, so it should continue going higher. And the reason again which supports the idea is if you look at euro, Okay, Euro has given us an elephant in the room kind of move. Okay, someone with big money has stepped in, or it could be just profit taking from here. Whichever one is good, because they've given us a signal that is either they are taking profit and it can take price back up here, okay, and then probably a consolidation, because boy, they've driven this thing down and they've taken up profit, so that profit has taken price up and it can push it all the way here, and then we start consolidating, and that should allow the pound to drop. Okay, so I've taken too much time today, a bit of teaching and a bit of analysis, which is necessary sometimes to understand why I choose what I choose. Okay, so just like the way I like the pound, I like the yen and the Swiss last week, this week I'm electing for the pound, right? Over time, not now, but over time I'll reveal why I choose what I choose. Okay, so without spending too much time, we'll end here. The last thing I'm gonna say, which I do every week, this time is very necessary, is on TradingView they've got a new feature. Okay, usually I don't record the videos with I use Camtasia. They have a new feature on TradingView where you can record the video and publish it to YouTube straight away. So if I see any changes over the week, I will just use TradingView to publish the trade idea on YouTube. Okay, and it will not have that fancy intro and all those and then it will just be raw analysis. So if you see any video that I post on YouTube and it's raw, it means that I published it from TradingView. Okay, if I don't do it with TradingView and I do it Camtasia, then it's going to have the fancy stuff on it. Okay, so that's just a little bit of announcement. So without spending too much time, I think I'll end here and have a pleasant weekend and trade safe for this week. Don't do too much and stay blessed.